Collabora's Writer offers many table formatting options. To insert a table, go to the Insert tab, select Table, and choose the number of rows and columns you need. Next, let's access the Table Properties dialog to begin formatting our table. This dialog allows us to control various aspects of our table's appearance and behavior. In the Table tab, you can set the table's name and adjust its width. Giving your table a name can be helpful for referencing it later, especially in complex documents. You can also specify the table's width. Relative width means that the width of the table is set as a percentage of the available space rather than a fixed measurement, like centimeters or inches. The spacing section lets us control the space around the table. We can add space to the left, right, above and below the table. This is useful for creating visual separation and surrounding text. Next, let's look at the alignment options. Here, we can choose how the table is positioned on the page. Automatic aligns the table based on the document's settings. Left aligns it with the left margin. From left lets you set a custom distance. Right aligns it with the right margin. Center places it in the middle, and manual allows custom positioning. Finally, the text direction setting lets us control the direction of the text within the table. Usually, we'll leave this set to Use Superordinate Object Settings, which means the text direction follows the document's default settings. Now let's move to the Text Flow tab. This tab controls how your table interacts with the surrounding text and how it flows across pages and columns. The break options determine where the table starts or ends in relation to pages or columns. The With Page Style option allows you to apply a specific page style when a page break occurs due to the table. You can also specify the page number, where the table should start, which is useful for precise layout control. These checkboxes control whether the table or its rows can be split across pages or columns. Allow Table to split across pages and columns lets the table continue on the next page or column if it doesn't fit entirely. Allow Row to break across pages and columns lets individual rows split if necessary. The Keep with Next Paragraph option prevents the table from being separated from the paragraph that follows it. Repeat Heading allows you to repeat the table's header rows on each page or column if the table spans multiple pages or columns. Finally, the Vertical Alignment setting controls the vertical position of the table on the page. You can choose top, center, or bottom. Now let's move to the Columns tab. This tab gives us control over the width and distribution of our table's columns. The Adapt Table Width option allows the table's width to automatically adjust based on the content within the columns. If you check this box, the table will resize to fit the widest content in each column. The Adjust Columns Proportionally option allows you to resize all columns at once while maintaining their relative widths. If you check this box and change the width of one column, the others will adjust proportionally. The Column Width section allows you to set the width of each individual column. You can enter specific values or use the up and down arrows to adjust the widths. The Borders tab lets us customize the borders of our table, controlling their appearance and spacing. The Line Arrangement presets provide quick ways to apply common border styles to your table. You can choose from options like all borders, outer borders only, or specific combinations of inner and outer borders. The Line section lets you customize the appearance of the borders. You can choose the style, the color, and the thickness of the lines. The Padding section controls the space between the content of the cells and the cell borders. The Shadow Style section lets you add a shadow effect to the table's borders. You can choose the position, color, and distance of the shadow. Finally, let's explore the Background tab. This tab allows us to customize the background appearance of our table cells. First, we need to choose which part of the table we want to apply the background to. We can select Cell, Row, or Table from the drop-down menu. The None option removes any existing background from the selected cell area, making it transparent. The Color option lets you set a solid background color, while the Image option allows you to use an image by selecting a file. For more helpful tips, subscribe to our channel.